So let's go a little bit deeper. We're gonna nerd out here on blue light. Blue light is not inherently bad, right? Like we talked about, the sun contains it. It's not a bad thing, but when it's in isolation, it can absolutely cause damage to your eyes, to your skin, and have some other effects as well. So blue light coming from the sun is different because it has other rays of light like red and infrared. They repair the damage that blue light causes. So just know blue light from the sun is not the same as blue light from screens. And like I just told you about that study, blue light at the wrong time is going to affect your blood sugar negatively. So definitely important that we are seeing blue light when we should be from the sun, right? But we're not seeing blue light after dark. Another interesting thing is that your thyroid, this gland that is right around your neck, your Adam's apple, is very sensitive to blue light. So especially if you are someone who has a thyroid condition, or it's in your family, or it's just something you want to prevent, you can cover up your thyroid with like a scarf or a turtleneck or something like that. But that's something really important to think about if you do have thyroid conditions. Okay, and then something else that I thought was interesting is that candlelight and moonlight do not fall into that same category of blue light. So even though the moon does produce a pretty strong light, it's not going to, you don't need to avoid moonlight. That's not the same thing as like blue light from your television. So keep stargazing, it's good for the soul. That's not an issue. And one thing that studies have also shown is that every hour that you are on screens or seeing some sort of blue light, your melatonin production is delayed for 30 minutes. So if you're, watching TV for an hour, you can't just expect that you're going to be able to fall asleep right away, right? Your melatonin production is going to be delayed. Other things that are very controversial, just something to think about. EMFs from your phone, your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, they can be detrimental to sleep for some people, anecdotally. So that's just something to experiment with. If you're like, I'm doing everything else, what else can I try? Leaving your phone in another room, making sure your Wi-Fi router isn't in your room, that kind of thing can be helpful for some people. Okay, and so ideally, if we're, in a perfect world, we're not looking at any blue lights after dark, right? But I know that's not realistic. Even for myself, I like to watch a good Netflix and, hang out with my husband, all that good stuff. So what you can do is at least give yourself an hour before bed where you're not on screens. And if you're like, what in the world do I do? If I can't be on my phone, if I can't, what else should I do? You can definitely read, write, draw, stretch, do some meditation, breathing. Like there's so many things that we can do that are not only not bad for us, but are really, really good for us. So we're taking a bad habit, not a bad habit, but you know what I mean, not ideal habit, and we're turning it into something beneficial for us. So just like removing all electronics from your bedroom can be helpful, like not even having the option to scroll on your phone as you wind down and get ready for bed.